So the rumors about your work are true?
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Felindis? No, don't do it! Felindis! Felindis!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have
This looks so cool, learning about his past.
Rerir. Rerir.
Felindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean... the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells Little White... Time. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Nefer! How are you holding up? Feeling okay? She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of NodKrai in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss. Let me get that door for ya.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause say?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave? In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set but me.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you? God forbid anything ever happens to you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here somewhere. I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here. This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour.
Oh. It's him.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just...
I love playing as Nefer. She's a good character.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my...
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen.
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming...
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could...
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms,
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories, but things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia.
So you're the academia?
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long, seeking up.
So, do you get any?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm...
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the con—
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or—
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the acad— You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert There's a handwritten note on the ground. Let's see what—
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail, as I didn't receive— I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely— Praise the gods. The well of the Eob tribe was intact. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of special This is an emergency.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole—
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable—
This is the finest wine our village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place.
I don't recognize—
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please.
So, where—
Nowhere special. Just—
what about the rest of your family?
Just the one.
It's—
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no—
Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Nefer? You're rather fair.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the material.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much
A weak student? Goodness, no.
I think what you're saying is, A weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy.
You see, sharp as...
Because of where I come from. Because I'm...
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it anymore. Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What?
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter.
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope,
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you,
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach. It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for this.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given...
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world... This must be it. A big cardboard... Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. This one was never even opened. Who was it addressed to? This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The type... Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense. For example, my name... This seems like something the academia would want to know. Wait, what's this written on the back? It's so small. The note says, the sender authored this. This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding In recent years, the academia has taken on However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been... As well as receiving dumbed-down assignment, education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss... Great letter. And the sender is... I didn't realize anyone else... So this is where letters from the Sage of... Whatever. This isn't what I came... I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the... I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being... Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you when you... I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you... The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly hard times, and I would like to ask... There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no choice but to venture into Eob. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace, I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no... When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because... That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. And we have next to no resources here in the desert. And my power and influence are...
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were just empty words. I doubt they even... And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction. You liar. You lied about everything. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of... Which makes you a pathetic liar. I think I'll take over from here. Let me show you how it's done. I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me.
Nefer? You packed your bags.
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head...
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with, and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere...
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, about that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near... It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
But Nefer...
All right. That's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is... And as for remembering her, I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way...
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume...
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky the ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to...
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of... I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that...
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low, don't you think?
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. What?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's some... I hope I am making myself...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I...
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long term. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize... And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration.
Gladly. I am partial to wine, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the... What?
Well, don't just stand there.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I don't think...
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear that well is ours.
Glad to hear it. I will wait.
If there is a traitor, I will find them.
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got...
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would...
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the
Kill them all. Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic... At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have natural ally. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were... Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with...
Say no more. I believe...
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like the monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary, petty human being. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all these people around. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn on... So, anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so it...
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for us?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from.
I didn't know you were clued up on any...
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the...
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahab...
That's Boss Neff for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity.
What about him? Is he a...
Well, he's not a small deal. Please, this is the big... Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
Must be near towards the end now. This up.
I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have the... I want to do the whole name-dropping this girl...
A statue with the head of a...
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Not good. Boss encounter.
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
repulsive.
Nice. Oh, I just love Never. These cutscenes are amazing.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the day. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Iab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new the Unut and the Iab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The final blow to the Iab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining, having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seeming as I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one with this chessboard in its container. I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets, perversions.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon us.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Rerir of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the Rerir of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his...
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse, no matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonia...
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate. And it did...
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand...
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the...
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rerir of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one miss.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the... I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse...
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnatural, this raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments and see. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next stage of our...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are...
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time.
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't... No need. Come on, let's talk outside. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, firstly, although she managed to trap the Rerir of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case. So...
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, Seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chest. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your...
2 days? Holy moly! Can we...
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how you have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could... Great. I appreciate... Alright, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna... We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone...
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
Alright, so... Here's what... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss.
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it.
I want to do everything within my power. The Rerir of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly...
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary...
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some...
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll... Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred. But turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their...
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind you as well.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's...
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flynn and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually... So, the longer your name, the higher your net...
In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. Ugh, I'm actually only here as a favor for... Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss the...
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business.
Said Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything.
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pet?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted...
I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then Nefer went and used it all up at once!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the...
You will?
I knew you'd say that. Well, it...
You're putting me...
It's a very useful thing to have around.
Looks like things...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic.
Okay, everyone, the finale continues in the next video. Stay tuned for that. It's coming right up. To be continued.